Wow, it feels so good to sit here with you. I wanted to do a conversation today on wealth consciousness, and especially this frequency that is brought to our surface when we are fully in touch with our sexual and sensual energy, and the type of attraction and magnetic field that energy holds, and its power to bring in abundance and wealth and all the things that you're desiring. So let's get into it. I really like this definition of wealth consciousness. It's an internal value that is specifically just about expanding your wealth aspect. Okay, so obviously, we do a lot of inner work, we grow who we are on the inside, and then the outside reflects it. And as much as inner work you can do, if you have this part of you that's called the wealth conscious part, and it is not being fed and developed and expanded, that part can't come to life and be the thing that is going to attract and bring things in. And I really like this. I really like this definition for the reason being that this aspect is in all of us. And once we decide to tap into it, the synchronicities are they're so apparent that it almost feels magical. It's like, whoa, I'm actually playing this game. I feel like life is really supposed to be playful. And when we can play through our money and our wealth, we are actually playing as these characters in this simulation game. So the thing with wealth consciousness, it doesn't always have to come from your privilege and where you grew up. And I believe that it's very hard to see that majority of people that are able to tap into this and live this type of energetic experience of conscious awareness and deliberate creativity are in the West and more developed cultures, right? Because we have this privilege of being born in a developed area and been given education in different things, we are able to break free from traditional conformity norms that other cultures are stuck within and can't really evolve and start thinking differently and doing different things for money and doing different jobs. So we really have an abundance of resources compared to a lot of places that makes it a lot more deemable and seemable for us to say, hey, let's get on this new way of thinking and way of creating, and allowing for mysticism to be permeated through our technical advances that give us these opportunities to say, I can make wealth and money and generate income in different ways. We have the internet, we have all of these things that have the ability to bring opportunity to us and bring experience to us that reflects our wealth consciousness. So it's really freaking cool, and we want to be mindful of this, mindful of the privilege, mindful that the reason we are the way we are is because of where we were born and raised. And it's not because, oh, I just love this shit. No, you were fucking ingrained. You were programmed with this culture. And it has highs and lows, but recognize that. Don't be an idiot. I'm sorry, just don't be stupid and think, oh, if I was born in another country, I would have this exact belief system, my ass. You wouldn't be able to survive over there if you had this shit. If you were fucking walking around do-do-do, you wouldn't be able to survive in the Middle East. You would die. They would rape your ass. Okay, so sorry to be upfront, but it's true. So we have to be mindful of that. And it also helps us stay grounded, not spin off into an airy-fairy wonderland. leave Earth. Okay, so we want to come back to Earth, and in Earth is the material possession, right? It's the 3D realm, it's the money exchange, it's the value exchange. And recognizing value exchange is just recognizing money, because money is a value exchange. It's an energetic thing. And I didn't really understand this fully until like this week, where I was thinking about it a lot. And it's just like energetic exchange. And it's kind of like you're packaging up an aspect and giving it away for another aspect. It's like this. And I also was starting to see, like, at stores, I was looking at money. I'm like, is that what money is? I started questioning it. I'm like, is that really what money is? Looking at the bills. And I was able to jump out of that, thinking that was money, and just seeing it as another, like, show on the wall, show going past. Like, it's just part of this visual field. It's part of the visual field. You know, I was able to see that it was part of the visual field, and it didn't really represent what I mean. And what I mean is this valuable thing that can be given to others. Valuable information, valuable technology, valuable industry, valuable place to come and just raise yourself in, and valuable in that sense. So when we are thinking about, you know, expanding and being at a higher frequency because we want to attract at that frequency, we kind of have to cut off things at the lower dimension in order to raise ourselves. And when we think about sexuality, we come to terms with that is the highest frequency. When you do your inner work through your sexuality, you begin to have experiences that you are literally in the cosmos with God, and you are literally the entire universe. It is like a very sacred moment. I can't even explain it, but it's like the deeper you go with your spirituality, the deeper you go with your sexuality. They go hand in hand, and you begin to have experiences where you are like on a mushroom trip. It's like it brings you to that high of a frequency where you can really grasp your full potential, where you can really see, holy shit. And then afterwards, once you have a complete clearing through your sexual energy, it's like a complete letting go and release. And I'm not talking about a quick dumping flush, like what the fuck? No, I'm talking like orgasmic pleasure from head to toe for like multiple hours, okay? You are at this fucking vibration of gold. That's why I have the gold makeup and the gold shirt, because it's like you are at gold and you feel it, you move it, and it's like I can't even, oh my god, it's just like the best, right? So now imagine this. You meet someone and you have sex with them, okay? And you have sex with him. If they are not at that frequency, if they don't put healthy food in their body, if they put shitty program, if they are not deconstructing themselves, if they are not leveling up in their body, in mind, and spirit, if they are not releasing old shit, doing inner work, you are now getting plugged in with that, okay? Just think of it like this. That is being plugged into your being, okay? And now let's say you're a very high vibrational woman who's done like a lot of inner work and like is really just sovereign on herself. She's very autonomous in her thinking, her body. She's beautiful. She has resources that she has developed and alchemized and created in her life. And so she is at a very high frequency. And she eats very clean, you know, she takes care of herself. So she's at a very high, I'm that bitch. I'm over exaggerating a little bit just to show you the stark example that if this type of woman has sex with somebody, that man is going to benefit a lot, very much. So we want to use our sexual energy to benefit men that are like at a really high frequency already, that can really lift you up. And then when you use your sexual energy with them, they evolve, but you evolve too, okay? We want to make sure we're not giving it to men that you're going to watch. You'll give sex to men and you'll see they'll be fucking killing their shit, but you're not even in their life anymore. I've seen this with women. I hear women talking about it, and it's not anything bad and wrong. It's just recognizing the amount of power that sexual energy has that most people aren't cognizant of. They're not aware of how that power is until they actually feel that embodiment, and you're like, holy shit, this is when I'm at my highest, right? So we want to make sure that we are not allowing plugs that are at lower densities inside of our beings. And even if they do come in, allow them to, to like really show up and really start to create some beautiful experience for you in your life. And that can be both beneficial to both of you. So we really want to have that ability to see that and to know the importance and the value of the sexual energy, because honestly, if we want to really be rich, we cannot be like pouring our liquid into things that aren't sustainable to hold it. We want the liquid to hold and to keep going, to keep going, 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 keep going. I did a little mini meditation yesterday that was on wealth consciousness and like getting in touch with that part, and it was a little mini clearing, a little bit of Reiki hands and energetics. I don't do Reiki, but I do energetics, and so I'm gonna plug that into this video in a minute. I just want to make sure I don't have anything else I really want to talk about. In sexually able to handle the power and energy that you hold, and to hold it, like to really be able to hold your, number one, your desire. Like that has been a huge thing for my nervous system, to hold my desires, to hold my powers, but hold my desires. I can't believe I went through this recent experience where I was really debating why I didn't want to have sex, and I didn't want to be sensual and sexual. Like I was sensual, but I didn't want to be sexual and like that full embodiment of it, and I couldn't tell why. My body was like, hell fucking no, bitch. And she helped me. This is why I love body work, because my body is like my freaking sorcerer, like takes care of me now. The more inner work I have done and nervous system regulating with my body, the more it takes care of me now. But I couldn't logically understand it, because it's like I know myself, like I am like every day it's like I'm tapping into that frequency, and I couldn't see why I didn't want to like go that way. I wanted to go that way, and my body wouldn't. And then afterwards, I realized, after talking with a woman, I realized why I had this disgust in me and this disagreement within me around this. And it was exactly that, the whole thing I just talked about, the plug-in. And it's really a freeing for me of the culture program that I was like put in, because the program around like having sex with men and like being like sexually active with men as a way of empowerment, I don't think it's wrong. Like I'm like part of me knows I'm a slut, like I am, like there's a part of me that comes out, but it doesn't mean that it comes out with men. Does that make sense? Like it doesn't come out all the time. And I trust divine timing. Like I do. I trust divine timing. And I felt like it was like scared that it would come out, and I knew I wasn't ready deep down. Like I knew I didn't want it to come out, and I was scared that it would, or it needed to, or it was being forced to, or it had to. And this is all this toxic programming. So through this experience, I was able to now understand a little bit more about myself and really what I'm about. And I want that to be the final message here, because I believe that that's what success is. It's just discovering more about you and opportunities to do that. And that's success. And then we're talking about money and abundance and wealth consciousness. And I feel like wealth consciousness is the same as success consciousness in a way. Like that is what is going to be this flowing machine for you. More on this in the future. I'm literally just obsessed with this lately. I'm obsessed with it lately. Quantuming and all this stuff. I'm just really into it. I really, really can't wait to see what happens in the 3D. More and more each day. Things are obviously always happening, but it's just so fun to be consciously and intentional with your creativity instead of unconscious and unintentional with your creativity and kind of just letting things run with the mill. But really being intentional, being conscious and aware of our shadows and things that we have to, come through with, but also deliberately and intentionally creating with our word and with our mind and our body and our spirits and everything great. I love you guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Oh wait, should I add the video now? Yes. Inherited in our being is a wealthy part of us. No matter what your circumstances is, this part of you is inside you and will attract more money and opportunities that are congruent to it once it is brought to the surface and being fed and given some attention. So this meditation is going to guide you into getting in touch with that and allow for the nervous system to really set it in that it's safe to start to have these experiences that are congruent to what you are desiring. I hope you enjoy. To take a deep breath in and let go. One more in and out. Beautiful. Really letting go and releasing anything that is in your space with you, dropping it now and freeing up some space in your center. And I want you to bring to mind a little visionary quest, okay? Something that can really describe to you the falling of money into your being. This activating portal of money falling into your being. Imagining basically a white light, but it is dropping money into this wonderful being of yours and being caught by this aspect of yourself. And this aspect is here, and it's not just catching, but it's actually a vacuum that's sucking in the money and the flow that you are in line with, and it's pulling in all these different experiences that are congruent with this flow and part of you now. Holding that image in our being, letting our nervous system know, yes, we can hold wealth coming in, we can hold overflow of abundance and are here for it. We say we are here for you to come through. And so it is.